So today I'm going to be doing a really chatty kind of video. I just thought I would do a video on things that make me happy and ways that I stay positive. I had a sweet subscriber comment on one of my recent videos. She reads my blog. If you don't read my blog, I will link that down below. And she just said that she would love it if I did a series on my channel on positivity, and I just absolutely loved that idea. So here we are. You know, it's gonna be real casual. I'm drinking my coffee. I'm in like a hoodie. But I just thought it'd be fun to talk about things that make me enjoy my life a little bit more. And they're really small things, but they all add up to a really big deal. So my whole thing this year is like really focusing on myself and living a really positive life and doing things that I love and trying new things and just having a really great positive year, finding myself. And so that's the whole idea behind this. But this video is just going to be ways in particular that I like to stay positive or that help me to stay positive. So I'm just going to get right into it. But yeah, if you guys have not subscribed, please do that down below. Give this video a big thumbs up if you want me to do like a positivity series or a whole series on my channel of how I stay positive. Just let me know if you'd like to see that, and any suggestions that you have, please leave those in the comments. But one of my big things is just really taking the time to enjoy the little things in life. And that sounds really cliche, and it kind of is, but it's so true. And for me, that's the biggest thing, is just like really taking the time, allowing myself the time to just enjoy those tiny little amazing wonderful things in life, like setting my alarm 15 minutes early and giving myself a little bit more time in the morning to make my coffee, and because that makes me really happy, is having the time to sit down and sip my coffee and make breakfast and, you know, blast some music when I'm in the shower and not feeling so rushed is huge to my morning routine. I mean, those days that I like am running late for work and I just have to throw my hair in a bun and like I don't feel put together and I'm just like so rushed, and I hate that. You know, like I don't want to wake up and stumble out of bed and go straight to work. Like I don't want to live just for my job, and I've said that so many times in my blog posts, but it's so true, is like my life is not to pay the bills. Like I don't want to live my life to pay bills and like pay my debt back to society. You know what I mean? Like I want to live my life doing things that I love, whether that's watching an episode of New Girl in the morning and like having that time to like just put on my makeup and like curl my hair, like little things that make me happy in the morning that makes such a difference in my day, you know? And like not only my morning routine, which is a huge part, but also just like, I don't know, when I was in high school, I used to make happy lists with one of my good friends, and we would just write down the most random things. And I really do recommend this, because to this day when I'm feeling down, like sometimes I'll just take out a journal or a notepad or like even in my phone and just write down the most random things that make me happy or that made me smile that day. So like, I don't know, it could be like my laundry smells good, like I like puppies, cookies, that thing that my friend said to me that day, like anything random that made you happy, like write it down and just take the time to appreciate those little things, because there's a lot of really awful things in this world, but when you can really stop to appreciate the wonderful, amazing things, you're gonna enjoy life so much more. And I would much rather enjoy my life than focusing on all the horrible things that are going on. So that's a huge tip for me, and that's something that I really try to do, is just, you know, even if it's, I love especially when it's warm out, and just like taking a walk and just like really looking around and like not being on my phone, like kind of unplugging for a little bit and just like enjoying like the sounds of birds and like kids playing and like couples like walking together. Like it sounds so dorky, but it's so true. Like when you can really stop to appreciate those things, it makes life so much better, and it makes those little moments so much better. So that's a huge thing for me. Also, a way that I stay positive is to set goals for myself, but to be very realistic about them and not be hard on myself with those goals. So I think it's so important to set goals for yourself and like not just getting stuck in a boring routine that you're not happy with, and like focusing on positive things that you want to do with your life, and like big goals. Like have big goals for yourself, because you can do anything that you put your mind to, but also being realistic that it's not going to come overnight. And like sometimes things aren't going to go as planned, and there's going to be a lot of messy, bad things that happen. That's part of life, but taking those goals as they come and focusing, I like to do like having a big goal in mind, but then having little goals as to how I can achieve that big goal. So that really helps me just to not get in such a rut, and just like really go after the things that I want. And having the time to reflect on what you want is a big deal, and not just like going through the motions of life, but really living with a purpose and living the life that you want to live. And also surrounding myself with positive things always helps. It sounds very self-explanatory, but it's so true. Like if you're surrounding yourself with a lot of negative energy, you're going to pick up on that negative energy and you're going to feel really down. So my biggest advice is to surround yourself with things that make you smile and that lift you higher, and having those friends that really appreciate who you are as a person, and they cheer you on and they motivate you to do all the things that you ever wanted to do, and like you help to reach your goals together. That is so important than those people that you feel like they don't care, they don't care what you do, and they bring you down, and like those aren't the kind of people you want in your life. You want the people that are going to lift you higher. So really seeking out those relationships. And also just like I like to find positive quotes. Like I have like on Pinterest, I have a bunch of positive quotes, and I love quotes because they just make me happy. And like I love like self-love books and like motivational things like that always cheer me up. Like I just finished You Are a Badass, and I felt like a badass when I finished that book. Like I listen to it every morning. I love to listen to that when I drive. Like it just made me feel like very empowered, and I love stuff like that because that's what's going to lift you higher and help you just to focus on all the potential that you have, because you have so much potential as a person, and you just need to find your strengths and go after all the wonderful things. So that's a big thing for me. Just like get moving, like I have not always been the best at working out, and I of course love Netflix and hanging out in my bed, but I think just like getting out and going for a walk. If you live in a nicer climate, I live in Minnesota, so I can't really do that right now, but getting outside, trying new things, like taking a yoga class or a pottery class, or just doing something that you've always wanted to do, and just like getting out of your routine. I think that's so important. I don't know if you guys ever feel like you're in a rut. I do quite a bit, and I get a little bit like stir crazy. Like I just want to do something different. So one of my big things this year is just like really focusing in, like, okay, why do I keep thinking about doing that? Like, why can't I do that? And that's why I wanted to do YouTube, because it's something I've always wanted to do. And so now it's like, okay, now you're doing it. Like, what are you going to do with it? And I don't want to just be like anyone else. Like, I want to like really focus in on videos that I want to do and like things I want to talk about, which is why I'm doing this positivity video. But yeah, those are just some really random tips and just like things that I do that help me to stay positive and help me to be happier and enjoy my life a little bit more. So if you have any tips, please leave those down below. There's tons and tons out there, but those are just a few that I like to do. But yeah, if you have any ideas for a positivity kind of series on my channel that you'd like to see, I would love to do them. And that's all I have, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.